today we want to focus on anchoring the buying decision. Most salespeople go through some level of sales training and they learn some of the basics, but almost no one teaches us what to say after our prospect says yes. What do you say after the prospect says yes? See, the most important thing you can do in the sales process after the prospect says yes is to remember this sales process is not the end of the engagement. And in many ways, it's just the start. It may start at yes. I have clients who have spent $3,000 or $4,000 with me. And if I would have ended the process, that would have been the end of the relationship. And I would have never been able to continue the process to upsell them into future programs. See, we want to keep in mind the buyer's journey and the sales engagement where we are establishing rapport, gathering intelligence, and showing them how we can solve their problem and building that absolute emotional and airtight logical certainty in their mind until they say yes. That's just the start. Once they say yes, we need to maintain rapport with them and continue to deepen the relationship. But the thing we have to do first is secure the sale. And we do that by anchoring within them that they made the very best decision. See, it's not uncommon for salespeople to leave the meeting or hang up the phone and end up high-fiving the team back at the office and telling everybody that they just sold the Smith account, that all they need to do is email the contract and that they're going to execute it and send it right back over, only to find themselves in limbo, waiting and waiting and waiting. And what usually follows is a very awkward period of time where you're emailing and contacting and texting Mr. Smith to see if he got the email or if he had any trouble opening the file. Well, Mr. Smith got the email all right, and he was able to open it without any problem. But now he has some uncertainty. He's second guessing himself, or some colleague said something that has him second guessing himself. Or maybe he did sign it, but a day later he calls and says that, he needs to hold off and he wants to exercise his back out clause. What happened? Well, you likely failed to anchor his certainty. And you can do this by doing two things. First, have him sign something. As soon as he commits, as soon as they say yes, have him sign anything. What should he sign? Anything. Even if it's just a company brochure, just to signify and anchor that decision. Car dealerships do this all the time. You're sitting across from a salesperson and the salesperson asks you to sign the bottom of this piece of paper that's just chicken scratch. It's got scribbling from all of the negotiation from back and forth. And he asks you, go ahead and sign this before I run it by the boss for final approval. Well, why does he or she want you to sign this piece of scribbled paper? It's got no legal binding to it, because they're anchoring your commitment. And then once he has you signed it, then what do they say? They say, you know what? Congratulations, Jim. Congratulations, Mary. You made a really smart and terrific decision today. And I want you to know, I'm going to be there every step of the way while we onboard your team. And 6 months from now, I know you're going to look back at this day and have 100% certainty that it was the very best decision that you made. And it made all the difference for your team. See, when Jim signs his name, he's activating the principle of influence called commitment and consistency. It becomes much harder for us to go against the commitment that we have signed our name to. And when you affirm his decision as not just a good decision, but a smart and terrific decision, you validate his thinking and level of certainty. Now, as you go through our entire program, you will better understand the real science behind this. But for now, just trust me and begin to use this strategy. Remember, when somebody buys something, you want to congratulate them. This is a really smart, terrific decision. Congratulations. You made the right decision. Let's just go ahead and ink this up right now, and we'll get you onboarded. Remember, experience is always the best teacher. Apply this strategy on your next deal, and you're going to see how you mitigate any uncertainty after the sale has been made. I'll see you tomorrow.